A son shows up on his dad's doorstep. His father is upset to see him. His mother died 5 weeks prior and he didn't even show up. He was too busy in Thailand. The father leaves the front door open and walks into the house. He collapses in the kitchen. At the hospital, the man is having abdominal pain. Neil briefs them. The man cries out. They all head into his room. Sean sees a young boy with an arm injury that looks just like his late brother Steve. He heads over to him and looks him over. He checks his vision and orders a CT. Aaron comes by. He cannot believe how much the boy looks like Steve. He asks Sean how he feels. He feels fine. Steve is dead, he replies. The residents come in to tell the man that he has a lesion on his pancreas. It could be a benign cyst or cancer. Sean watches the boy as he enters the tube for a CT. They talk back and forth. The boy Evan used to know a boy who had autism too. He died. Sean also knows someone who died, his brother. Sean looks at the scans as they talk. The boy has a tumor on the side of his ear. Neil comes in. He isn't happy that Sean took off until he sees the scans. Sean heads out to the waiting room to meet with the boy's parents to tell them the news. They already knew. They don't want their son to know. Sean and Aaron sit and have lunch. They talk about Evan. Sean thinks Evan should know. He thinks he would want to know the truth. Sean has a flashback to when Steve wanted to know what he was going to get for his birthday. Sean asks Claire to come into Evan's room and tell the boy he needs pins. Sean can't lie and not tell the boy he needs her to do it. Sean heads into the room to see Evan to wrap his arm. They talk about why Sean needed Claire. Evan knows he is lying about something. Evan thinks he sucks at it. After they talk about when lying is good or bad, Sean tells the boy he has cancer. He tells Sean he already knew that. He tells Sean how he figured it out. He tells Sean it's okay. He isn't afraid to die. Evan asks Sean about Leah. Claire and Sean talk as they work on paperwork. Sean is going over Evan's chart. Claire and Jared discover that the man with abdomen pain has tapeworms in his brain. They talk to Aaron, who used to be a neurosurgeon. They come up with a game plan. Sean is still working. He cannot stop thinking about Evan. With a pile of books and charts in front of him, he discovers that Evan doesn't have cancer. The next morning, Sean meets Neil in the parking lot and tells him his finding. Neil isn't optimistic, but Sean is. He heads to see Aaron, who tells him he can do some procedures without telling the parents. He advises him not to get caught. Sean runs off. Jared talks to the dad with the tapeworms. He is mad at his son that he didn't want to take over the family business. Jared tells him that he too chose to be a doctor over the family business. He had to do what he loved. Sean goes to see Evan. He tries to pretend he is there doing some procedures, but Evan can tell. Sean admits what he is looking for. Evan agrees it is worth a try. He begins to put a needle in his lumbar region when the parents arrive. They want to know what is going on. Sean can't lie. He blurts out the truth. The father is angry. He tells Sean to get out. Evan begins coughing up blood. Sean calls for the nurses. They take Evan into surgery. Sean asks Neil to assist. He tells him he is too close to the case. Sean watches from the viewing room. He and Aaron talk. If Sean is wrong, he is in trouble. Jared sees the man's son in the waiting area. Jared tells him that he needs to talk to his father and tell him the truth about his girlfriend, about why he ran away. As the father is wheeled into surgery, the son admits that he is afraid to take over the family business because he thought he would fail. In surgery, Claire sees something in Evan. She calls Neil over to see. Meanwhile, Sean waits. He has a flashback of when he gave Steve a book for his birthday. Neil comes out to speak with the parents in the waiting room where Sean is. Neil tells them that they discovered lesions on his ribs. The osteosarcoma has metastasized. Aaron is in surgery. He locates the tapeworm in the man's brain and takes the first one out. Jared is impressed. They have 3 more to go. Evan talks with his parents. He tells them that he has known for a long time. Sean didn't tell him. Sean watches from outside the room. Sean and Evan talk. Evan thanks him. Sean is upset that he was wrong. Sean asks for a favor. He wants to read something to Evan. He opens the book To Kill a Mockingbird, the book he gave Steve. Evan listens. Sean leaves him the book and thanks him for letting him read. He gets up and walks away with tears in his eyes. Make sure to like and subscribe the video and turn on notifications so you never miss videos like this. Thanks for watching.